Well, Danni and Preston shippers, just a question for you. Do you think Danni and Preston will stay together after the events of tomorrow night's season 3 finale leading into season 4? Now, we know that Preston is in season 4 based on the behind the scenes pictures during the filming of season 4. You had Maurice, Calvin, Aaron, Gary, Zach, Preston. And yeah, I know a lot of people like myself are like, wait, why are half of these people even still around? But yes, these characters will be in next season, meaning that a lot of these storylines will unfortunately continue, despite the fact that really most of them should have ended a while ago. So Preston has a knack for coming over to Danny's apartment at the wrong time. And I mean, well, you could argue it's the right time. That way he catches Danni after she's done him dirty, because Danny's the kind of person where she'll jump to conclusions and pretty much think the worst about people, usually because she does the worst of things herself. You know, it's like, oh, Preston isn't calling me, he isn't texting me, he's acting a bit out of character, because there's usually a rhyme and rhythm to, oh, he texts me at this time, he calls me at this time. But when you look at the fact that Danny's the one who usually will always ask for space, stop blowing up my phone, she's been doing this since season 1 and Zach called her out for it. So all of a sudden she feels like, okay, fine, if Preston's messing around with this Alice or whatever, then I'm going to have some fun with El Fuego. We know they sleep together and whatnot due to the fact that El Fuego comes over to her place that night after they leave the strip club. And then obviously Preston comes over the next morning because Danni is in her work attire. Preston knocks on the door. Well, I believe he's actually about to knock on the door as Danni is opening it up to let El Fuego out. And then boom, Preston's on the other side. And then we also have a scene where we see Danni throwing up a peace sign and it looks like Preston's closing the door behind him. So I just feel like we're probably going to get some more Danni shenanigans where she's the one who stepped out on Preston. He's going to catch her in the act. He's going to have a reasonable justification for feeling the way he does. And then Danni is going to pretty much say something smart, and then Preston's going to walk away. And then all of a sudden she's going to, you know, feel bad about it and try to get him to come back, but then jeer, well, you know, pretty much, you know, make fun of him at the same time. Oh, is Petty Preston in his feelings, knowing you're the one that stepped out on him? To be completely honest, I never really thought of it this way before. And I'm not saying that Danni is as bad as Andy, but when you think about it, her and Andy kind of do the same thing. Whenever things are kind of, you know, going a little, things aren't perfect in paradise, you know, with Andy and Gary or Danni and Preston, they usually wind up laying with another man just to kind of work out their frustrations. And then when they get called out for it, they want to have the nerve to get mad about it. It's like, well, you know, oh, you know, I'm tired of you saying that I'm cheating and whatnot. And, well, I know Andy says that, but hey, she pretty much wants to live up to the expectations that Gary has. Oh, he says I cheated even though I didn't cheat, despite the fact that I almost had sex with Robin. We were in his bed and everything, but I got up before things went too far. Fine, I'm going to go back to his room and have a threesome. But in Preston's case, it's pretty much, hey, I'm staying with a cousin, and I know things might look a bit shady, but that's not the situation. Well, former cousin. That's not the case. I never cheated with you with Alice, but then I caught you with El Fuego, just like I caught you with the booty licker who was the bartender at the gay club. So Danni doesn't have a lot of ground to stand on, but I feel like hopefully Tyler proves me wrong in season 4, but I just feel like we're probably just going to get more of the same. Danny's going to be, you know, well, hey, I had fun with El Fuego and whatnot, pretty much because we know that apparently Danny is used to this, you know, going for the street guys and whatnot, those who aren't as sweet as Preston and whatnot, sweet and simple. But at the same time, she's probably going to realize, wow, Preston was a different guy. At least he called me, he checked in on me. It wasn't a one and done thing. But the thing is, that's the thing about women and men. Women will turn down a good guy just to kind of get their, you know, craziness out of their system. I use craziness loosely here. I don't mean like Danny's crazy, but I mean like, you know, she wants to get that street stuff out of her in regards to, you know, yeah, I want to sleep through as many men as I can and then I'll settle down for a sweet, simple guy like Preston. he deserves better than that. So in my mind, when Preston walks out of that door, I hope he's gone for good. I love the character, but I'd rather him go than stay around and be, you know, Danny's choice after she's already chosen. Well, honestly, she hasn't chosen anyone. She's either debating between being with Preston or, you know, being stuck in her ways. And Preston is just caught in the middle. And I'm glad he's like, you know what? Hey, I'm not coming over every day because you're the one who said you wanted space. And honestly, I've been liking the space myself. So just keep on pushing, Preston. Find somebody else. And hell, if you end up with Alice, I say go for it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It just seems clear that El Fuego and Danny spend the night together. Preston's going to catch him, and he's going to be right in how he just walks away from her, and then she's probably going to try to make fun of him, and ain't nobody got time for that. So let's talk about it more in the comment section below. As always, like and subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App, or if you come across any questions or any news about the series, feel free to hit me up on social media. Links are in the description below.